I think it's safe to say that we've all taken a step back from Warzone in the last couple of weeks. The huge streamers have done it.
Or you can go play Warzone. I'm not playing Warzone, so be all that you can be over on the Warzone side.
Most of the gaming community has been doing it for a while now. Everyone's just kind of taken a break from Warzone and said, hey, that's enough. That's enough bullcrap. And that's been a really good experience for me, because now that I've taken a step back from Warzone, which is a game I've created most of my content on, I've had an opportunity to play other games, such as Apex Legends, for example, which I'm sure most of you have been playing. That's a game I've never really given a shot because of Warzone, but now it's all I've been playing, and it's been a lot of fun. But it's got me thinking. It's almost got me missing Warzone a little bit. It's got me wondering, Warzone was the alpha battle royale for the better part of a year, and now I'm wondering, will we ever go back to it? Now let's take a step back here real quick. Let's dive back into the past for just a moment. What drove us to leave Warzone? Why did we all just flock away from it? Well, for starters, we all had so much fun playing the game. It was just very enjoyable for us all to play as a gaming community.
Yeah. Like, why would it fucking fire? Fucking went through a 20 animation.
Hope you're having a good time in the building! Fuck! I fucking hate that!
Other than that, it was almost impossible to find a lobby without a hacker in it, first off, which, how does the biggest multiplayer game not have anti-cheat? We still don't know, because that's still not in there. But basically, the inconsistency, the devs never listening to fans or players of the game, and the hacking on top of that is really the straw that broke the camel's back for the entire gaming community all at once. We just decided we had had enough, because Warzone was a joke. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure that you've noticed, if you're watching this video, something just feels off. Something doesn't feel quite right. Apex Legends being the #1 game for this long just doesn't feel quite right. Feels like something's missing. Apex Legends is fun and all, but I'm already sick of it, and I've only been playing it for a few weeks now. But I really don't want to return to the trash pile that Warzone was. So what do? Do we give it another shot, or what do we move on to? Because there's nothing at the current moment. There aren't a whole lot of options out at the current moment. It really is Apex Legends, unfortunately Fortnite, and Warzone. And I'm not going into Fortnite no matter what happens. My family's lives could be on the line. I am not returning to Fortnite, unironically, to play ever again. So we've already done the task, we've done the deed of hopping into Apex Legends, seeing how that goes. Arenas has been a lot of fun. We grinded arenas over the weekend for these last couple of streams. We've played the hell out of the Battle Royale mode, and it's been pretty fun, but now it's time to jump back into Warzone and test it out. Let's feel the waters and see. There is a new season that is released in between the time that we last played and now, and we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna test the waters and see how Warzone currently is, and if it's even worth coming back to. Now, I first started off with a nice shot. The first shot that I had fired since I last played Warzone was an incredible hit. I just was a headshot right off the bat, thought I was cracked, thought it was game over. And we played pretty decently well, but there is just the same old Warzone stuff. We just die in ways that don't make a whole lot of sense. Certain things just don't register to me how they happen at a game. It's inconsistent, the time to kill. At least in Apex, things are even. Things feel leveled off. The time to kill makes sense. In my opinion, it's way too long, but at least it makes sense. Warzone just doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all, and it's almost interesting to me to see how long it's been #1 for, when it doesn't make any sense at all. This game is in almost no state whatsoever to be repaired or to come back to at all. No video game is perfect, but the biggest multiplayer game on the market should definitely not be dealing with as many cheaters as this game is dealing with. They do absolutely nothing to deal with these cheaters. Their line of defense is awful. Their line of defense makes no sense, just as much as the way that I die makes no sense. This game is very rage-inducing. Just talking about it makes me want to punch a hole in my wall. It almost seems like these last couple of weeks and in between the time where they released a full new season, the developers just don't even care. They don't even care that people have flocked away from their game. We've been avoiding it like it's the plague, and they don't even seem to care, which makes even less sense to me than how I died. There's times where you can't even see other characters in the game.
You can't even see him! You can't even see him!
There's times where you're behind a wall and they shoot at you and somehow kill you, and you were clearly behind the wall. There's so many things in this game that just don't make sense, that end the game for you. And then on top of that, there's cheaters. and then unbalanced weapons, and it's just too much to even handle. It's all the stuff that we've hated playing for the last couple of years, and it's still there. They haven't done anything. They've made 0 attempts, and all we've done is continue to play their game. Well, now we have stayed away from it. We've moved on to better things. Now, I personally don't love Apex, but I enjoy it a lot more than I'm enjoying Warzone right now, and I think that sends a pretty clear message to the developers. I think it lets them know that, hey, we're done playing your game. Quite literally. There's nothing left in Warzone. There's nothing left for us to come back to. As much as it pains me to say it, and as much fun as I truly did have playing Warzone at one point, there is nothing for us to come back to. And with the release of Battlefield 2042 coming near, and Call of Duty Vanguard, it almost seems like there is never going to be a point in our lifetimes where we're going to be wanting to return to Warzone. Unless they do something completely unexpected and completely turn the game around from the state that it's currently in, make some drastic changes to the video, it almost seems like there will be no reason for us to return to Warzone. Especially with Battlefield 2042 coming out. Are you even joking me, man? That game looks incredible. But honestly, I think it would be in everyone's best interest to stay away from this game for the sole purpose that if we do, it's going to teach these developers a lesson. It's actually going to show them that we don't like when games are as broken as this game. I think it's a great thing that the community has moved away from Warzone, and who knows, maybe we'll be back on it next week, because, you know, I kind of love Call of Duty. But it is something to consider. I think it would be in everyone's best interest to just stop playing Warzone and not come back to it. Because do you think Activision is ever going to release a game in the state that Warzone is in if we all stay away from it? No, they never will. It's going to teach game developers to keep making improvements to their games and actually push out content that works. Am I just salty that it's really hard for me to get wins in Warzone? Yes. But is that the reason I made this video? Partially. The other part of the reason is because I truly do miss Warzone, and so I went back and played it genuinely. And that footage you guys have seen in this video today of me playing Warzone, I genuinely missed the game, and I got 2 games in before I stopped missing the game. It's just in a really broken state right now, and I don't think we should ever return to the game. But that's not what really matters. What matters is what you think in the comment section down below. If you guys want to see a game that you should totally check out while not playing Warzone, check it out right here.